It worked. So, question to the universe: do you have to always pair Bluetooth devices every time you use them? Because that's crazy. That's way crazy. Okay, I'm going to adjust this because I'm on my phone. I have one arm. And I'm going to go ahead and say I actually don't have just one. I don't have just one arm. I don't want to make it sound like I don't have any arms. That's not what I meant to say. I've got both arms now. I've still got this in a sling because I'm about to go to class, and I don't want the kids. I want them to think it's just like it was before, but it is healing up. But the kids, they like to run up and poke at you and pull and hit and all sorts of obnoxious things. So they need to think it's still still injured, which it is. It's healing. I mean, mostly now it's building it back up. It's so atrophied from 6 weeks of not doing. I'm ordering a bike, by the way. We're about to hop on the bike and head out. But it's so atrophied. It's so atrophied from 6 weeks of non-use. Yeah, so I've got to build it back up. Although I feel like it's happening pretty quickly. I kind of started a little bit yesterday, and today I've had it out of the sling most of the day up until just now. And I put it back in because I'm about to hop on the bike and go. Now there's bad news though. I can't fully rotate my left arm. I'm pretty sure this is permanent. It's not like it's weakness is the problem or something. It's just the way it is. It just won't move there. It won't move that direction that far. I hope I have money so I can get there. Here we go. Okay. Ooh, on the way already. Let me put this on. Sorry about this exciting part here. So I can do if there's 3 positions for rotating your hand: typing, holding a beer, and asking for money. And here's the driver. Yes, hello.
Hello, contohnya.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, well, he's done. He said okay, hung up. He's on the way. Anyway, it's funny how I just say yes. I have no idea what he's saying, but it's not really important. He's on the way. He's a Grab driver. He's bringing the bike. That's what's happening. We know that. So I can do typing and holding a beer, but I can't do ask for money with my left hand. Could go ahead and go down there. I've only got 40 minutes to get there, so I won't take too much time. Let me turn this off and put it away, and wonder if I'm missing anything. I got money. I got change this morning. I need my keys. Oh, they're in my wallet. I'm gonna hold it's much more difficult to hold the selfie stick than you would think. It's not an easy task. But I'm thinking a lot of the problems, of course, will be solved when I just build my muscle back up in my arm. So that shouldn't be a problem. Also, I'm about to, as we've done before, I'm about to get on the bike, which means who knows if you can hear me. I'll do the thing where I put the phone a lot closer, which is, I could just call it putting the phone a lot closer. Anyway, so we'll do that. I'm trying to get back into posting. It's been about 3 weeks since I posted. You guys knew I was healing, so I guess you didn't expect anything. I did try and film a couple of times, but let me tell you, it is so much trouble. It's so much trouble to try and do anything when you only have one arm that I just went, we're like, oh, hello, sorry about that. I just decided not to post. It's been about 3 weeks, I think, since my last post, and I haven't been doing anything anyway because obviously I can't do anything. One update that Well, I'll put it on with the ankle. The ankle's getting a little better. It seems like it has really slowed down. Sorry. Seems like it has really slowed down in getting better. And I think I figured out why. So I went online today to do a little research on hydrogen peroxide, you know, the stuff that mom used to put on your cuts when you were a kid. And you know, for small things maybe it is fine, but I finally looked and I actually didn't go after it. I'm not trying to blame this on Terry because when he brought it, he was like, "Yeah, but this is what we use," and I was like, "Oh yeah, we used to use that when I was a kid." So I was, you know, all about the hydrogen peroxide, and I've been using it for weeks, and I've had this problem where, oh, this is my guy. The app always calls the person to the wrong address, and I just get tired of correcting it. So,
Năm bảy ngón có hiếu.
yes,
Ok.
it's really good. And I'm not, oh, come on. Put you in the closer position. Come on. Okay. So anyway, I was using the hydrogen peroxide.
44 Trần Tiểu Bình, Nghĩa Tân, Cầu Giấy. 44 Trần Tiểu Bình, Nghĩa Tân, Cầu Giấy.
Just trying to figure out where I'm going. So I was using the hydrogen peroxide, and apparently it breaks down cell walls. That's why it kills bacteria. The problem is that you are made up of cells. So if you use it lots of it, like I was pouring it on that wound for extended periods of time, and bad things happen. And the wound has not been healing very quickly, probably due to using hydrogen peroxide. That's one thing that my research yielded. And the other thing is, I'm sure it's been getting absorbed into my system. I don't know if you noticed, I've got a lot of marks at the bottom of my chin here. And it's not the only place. I've had just like weak skin spots pop up and start as if I had an injury, but nothing happened. And I've been trying to figure out what was doing it. But I'm sure the hydrogen peroxide is just getting into my system and being absorbed into the bloodstream through the wound. It isn't open still. And yeah, so I've been having skin problems. I mean, nothing severe. It's not like an organ fell out or anything. Yeah, it's not good. So, oh, just another situation where I'd love to be able to switch the camera around, flip it around so you can see the trip. I guess you're watching behind me close enough. I'm gonna keep doing these journals. I think I was iffy while I was recovering, not doing them. I was just like, maybe I should do them, but I don't know if you guys like watching a little snapshot of what's going on here in Vietnam, but it's certainly therapeutic for me to get on here and yammer for once a week for 10 or 15 minutes. I may update less, like, and just show stuff, but I think I got it right there. Oh, that's gross. This is why it's a personal journal. But it's actually public on the internet because nobody's. I think there's a couple of people that subscribe that I don't know, but they're bots. But at this point, for sure, probably listening for. Anyway, but anybody can look at it. It's not like I'm giving you my social security number. This is what's going on here in Vietnam. And you know, before I had the accident, this was a lot more about COVID and what's going on here with that. But now I'm very self-interested. Also, nothing going on with COVID, nothing here. It's, you know, I probably should be wearing a mask just I'm so close on this bike, but we'll notice not many people do here because there's been no cases for 2 months, something like that. 2 or 3 months, actually. Anywho, let's see what's next. That's the ankle, and the ankle is feeling a lot better. And I just have a sneaking suspicion when I stop using that hydrogen peroxide, it's going to heal up fairly quickly. that's what hydrogen peroxide does. It breaks down cell walls, and that's bad for cells. And you're made of cells, so hydrogen peroxide not the best thing you can use. Ironically, strangely, strange. The best thing they said to use is saline. They said tap water is okay, but they're talking to people in the U.S. Outside the U.S., tap water possibly has bacteria in it. It's not loaded with it, but if you have an open wound, you don't take the risk. So there's that. Now I should really move on, because that's enough of that. That's what's going on. I just find it so strange that it was like, this thing is healing me. No, that's what's keeping me from healing. So bad. Anyway, now that I know, I'm going to try to fix that. Hopefully I'll be alright. So the thing I didn't show you this time, and I'll try to remember doing it next time, I finally replaced my sandals. I don't like wearing socks with my wound on my ankle, because it gets too close. I can roll the socks down a bit, and you walk around and it kind of creeps up. Getting close if I can help it. And also, it's warm here today. Perfectly. I went out and bought new sandals, but the old ones I have, they're a pair of flip flops. You're not going to believe this. They're a pair of flip flops I have. Not often do you actually travel that fast. On a bike in Hanoi with Hanoi traffic and stuff, but it's just a spot where there's no traffic. Anyway, oh, these 20-year-old flip-flops, let me show them to you. I'll show you the brand too. It'll be my first advertisement, uncompensated advertisement, but if you're looking for a good pair of sandals, and I endorse these for sure. It's 19 or 20 years, I should say. What was another thing I was going to say before I wrap it up today? I can't remember what it was. Oh, I think I'm going to get a new phone. I know I just got one, this super cheap one, but that was the whole point. It just needed to tide me over till I could get another one. I'm working regular now. I don't know that it'll be this month that I get it, and of course I don't know if I'll be here another month. So, but even if I'm not, even more reason to need to make sure I'm connected. This one I've got, the new one that I've got, the one that I'm using now, when I go to stop it, I cannot be sure that it's going to have recorded. It may just decide it's not going to accept input anymore, which it does occasionally. So this one is not great. Now this one is over 2 years old, so it's 2.5 years now, which is old for a phone for some reason. But I've never had a phone last this long, so I'm not critical of this one. It's just an old phone, but it didn't work real good. And then the other one has numerous problems that I've talked about before, so I won't bore you with the details. But one of the biggest ones is it randomly stops accepting audio. You just can't. I'll send messages to people and they're like, "This is just a blank message." I'm sure that some of the calls that I get from, mostly from delivery drivers, because I've been getting food delivered for 6 weeks solid now. But that's the only time I talk on the phone. I'm extra nervous on bikes now. Anyway, I'm sure some of their quizzical noises that they're making on the other end are because they don't hear anything, and I think they just don't understand me. But it did occur to me the other day that they probably don't hear half the time because the phone just stops taking in audio input. Now you can restart it, and that'll fix it. But it's gotten to a point now too where it doesn't restart every time you want to. Like you hit the button to restart it, and nothing happens. It just kind of sits there. So it's a really crummy phone. I think it'll be good to keep it as a backup phone, just as an emergency. Because I've already shattered the lens, not the screen, which is usually the problem. This thing has an indestructible screen. I'm hell on phones. If I bought one, when I bought this one, I wanted to get the little protector thing, but they didn't have one for it. probably because it's a cheap piece of crap and nobody bothers to protect it. But if I get a new phone, it doesn't have to be the best phone, but a decent one. Actually, I've got my eye on one that's not a bad price at all, and it's a really high-end phone, but it's just not the latest. You know, it's like been phased out. It's a Huawei phone. This is the one I'm recording on right now. It's Huawei, and it's the best phone I've ever had. And so I want to get another one of those if I can. I've had Samsung and LG and iPhones, and I got to be honest, this just beats all of them, hands off all of them. And this was a cheap one. So if I get a new Huawei, I'm already over my time. Anyway, if I get a new Huawei, I will get the protector. Because I'm hell on phones, I shatter screens all the time. But I will say the one thing about the crappy phone that I'm complaining about is I've dropped it 50 times and that screen just seems indestructible. But the lens on the camera on the other side of the phone, I guess that's the front camera. I don't know which is the front or the back, honestly, but I think the lens on the other side of the camera, it broke. It shattered. So pictures don't come too well on it now, but that's okay because you can't use the camera app. One of the many things wrong with the phone. The camera app, if you use it and have it on, it just slowly fills up the phone, and I'm not even sure with what. Like you have to just strip that app back to an install level. And of course, there's other apps you can get in the App Store, other phones apps, but I use this one because it has a lot more space on it if I'm going to do any substantial recording. So I don't need it. But if I want to start, I've actually already started, as in like signed up for the channel for a travel thing, travel channel, not the travel channel, but a YouTube channel that has travel on it. And I've already started that. I'm serious about doing it. I just don't have any money. But the phone, if I get a decent phone, I can start that. It's not anything to get a phone especially for, because I don't have the money to put into it that I would need to do a lot. But you know, I can still post stuff here and there if I have a decent phone. And again, you know, I need one anyway. This is the 1st of November. Whenever this posts, I'm saying this on the 1st of November. And I don't have like good proof that I'm legally in the country right now. I talked to the lady that does the visas, and she said, yeah, you can stay in, they'll let people stay for free for another month. And I said, November? And she said, yeah. And usually the way it happens is you hear nothing online, you get no news at all about it. And so if you were just going by that, I would have left the country 10 times by now. But then a few days into the month, find out that in fact, yes, it's okay, you can stay. And she does it for a living, and she told me, you know, that they're letting us stay another month. So just for that, I need to go eat at her restaurant to keep good relations with her. I don't know if I'll do that before I finish healing up or what. I figure I'll keep this, as long as I'm in class, I'll probably keep this sling on for another 2 weeks probably. I mean, I'm guessing, really. I shouldn't put a timer on it. Just wait till I can do normal things with my arm again. Anyway, that wraps it up because I'm already at 20 minutes. But I hadn't posted in a while, so maybe that's okay. And I'm going to start watching too, because you know, he may not know exactly. I'm sure he doesn't know exactly which house, because it's not like he goes here all the time. Anyway, I will. Oh, I can stop it. Oh, I can stop it with the button. You have to, what do they call it? Connect to the Bluetooth every time. That's annoying. Anyway, putting this away so I can hold on and not fall off. Talk to you guys in a week. I was wrong. I can't stop it.